You're listening to the sound of the 80s with the Old School Movements Podcast.
It's here. It's another episode of the Old School Movements Podcast. Myself, Mr. Lucas.
Myself, Chris.
Stacks. Gordon.
And the last dragon. Listen, lads, I've missed you. Where the devil have you been?
Vacation.
My goodness, man. I thought you had all been abducted.
Like it was all a dream.
They are the Triffids, Stepford Wives. My goodness, man.
Snatchers.
Yeah, man, I was all alone. All alone. My brothers, where are my brothers?
You can always listen to reruns.
All right, we're all back and full effect. It's all good, man. Like the Centurions Power Packs joining together. We're going to blast through this podcast with a journey back into the 90s.
Old School Movements Extreme.
The verses, the verses. We love the verses and the verses. Yes, another verses episode. How many times I'm going to say verses? It's quite cool, isn't it? But yeah, we're going to kick this one off with a year. Remember we talked about the years. We had 87 before. Yeah, so we're going to stick in the 80s.
84,
yeah. So this is the year that, remember Cockleshell Bay? Remember that program? Kids
what?
Program?
Yeah, I remember it. That wasn't
like Postman Pat looking.
Vaguely.
Cockleshell Bay, a seaside.
No.
That came out. Spider-Man TV show came out.
Yes.
Spider-Man's Amazing Friends came out. So it's a double Spider-Man there. The Omen came out. Only Fools and Horses came out this year. What else came out, Chris,
BBC One. First time Smurfs was broadcast in the US. First ever London Marathon. That seems like it's been going for years.
Really?
Yeah.
First year this one come out, yeah. And the 40th president was inaugurated, Ronald Reagan. Charles and Di got married this year.
Yeah.
MTV come out this year. And
What?
Muhammad Ali retired on his last fight this year, losing to Trevor Burbeck.
And also, did you know that this is the year that the BBC employed their first black newsreader, which is Moira Stewart.
Wow.
You're joking.
Really?
31 years old this year. So, this year, have you guessed, listeners? Have you guys guessed Stacks, Leroy?
I think I know. I might be off.
I'm not too sure. To be quite honest, I'm not too sure.
It was
I'm
a sad year
guessing.
because Bob Marley passed away this year, which was probably one of the saddest things this year.
So I was gonna say until before you said that,
I don't know because
I was gonna say 1984.
We've done
3.
Leroy?
we've done that.
Leroy?
I would have said 3 because Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I would say
2.
I could the animation.
You've done your guesses.
I would say
Chris,
3.
put them out of misery. What year are we going to go through?
1983.
Chris?
This is the start of the 80s, 81.
1981 is the year that we're
I
going to
was
do the
way off,
versus
man.
battle of. So we're going to get into some movies, we're going to get into some TV shows, we're going to get into some cartoons, and we're going to pit the best of that year against each other. So these are things that came out this year. Yeah?
Okay.
So that's what we're basing this versus on. So let's go back. Buckle up to the ride in the 80s. It's Old School Movements Podcast. So let's get into this. 1981.
Let's start off with a couple of movies from that year.
Yeah, let's do the movies, man, because
Let's go
movies
straight
were
into some
big.
movies.
This is 1981. Remember the 70s? You had your Alien, and you had first Godfather film, and films were forming into like massive.
Effects were starting to get a bit better, weren't they?
Effects were coming in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And by the time we got to 1981, the sequels were a big thing, and the birth of films that would lead to great sequels were coming. So, in that year, Harrison Ford was Han Solo in 1977, but later on, he was also Indiana Jones with his debut, Raiders of the Lost Ark, which came out in 1981. Now, you're going to the cinema, you got your popcorn. Well, you're not even going to the cinema, you're on your way to the cinema. You're traveling to the cinema, and you see those posters. I remember going past the ABC in Hammersmith and seeing those 3 posters of films, and that was part of the treat of the journey. I'm not going to cinema, but that's the treat. Let me see the posters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Out.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's coming out. It's around this corner. Wow. You see all those 3 posters, and whenever I saw that poster, you know, the font of seeing Raiders of the Lost Ark, the colourful font and that.
The drawing poster, it was wicked.
Yeah, amazing. And especially with this, what it's up against. Now, as I said, this was the decade of sequels. Sequels were massive now. And this sequel, for me, for you guys, was one of the best sequels I'd ever seen in the 80s.
Yeah, definitely.
And, it come off from a great film. And we even had one of the actors on the Old School Movements podcast, one of the villains. So, ladies and gentlemen, up against Raiders of the Lost Ark, it is, yes, Superman 2 that came out in 1981. So, the versus is, guys, Superman 2 versus Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Tough one.
This is a very tough one.
That's tough.
They're both good films.
Where I'm going with this, but it's tough.
One's a debut and one's a sequel. As I said, a really good sequel, a really good debut. Would you're going up to the cinema. Do you want to see another adventure, or do you want to see a new adventure?
The Raiders of the Lost Ark is a good film.
That was the new adventure. That was the first time I'd ever seen
that was a good
sort
film.
of adventure film, and that's
film.
done it for the rest of history. Now you've had so many of these same sort of films.
Yeah,
but that was the original.
Yeah,
I've got to say, for me, Superman 2, the special effects in that, in them days. And I remember Shepherd's
You have to
Bush.
point that in it.
Because you think about it now, it's like
well, because the youth of today,
it looked good.
The CGI now is just mind blowing.
Yeah,
the special effects these days, my goodness.
And you believed he was flying. It weren't like the old TV Superman or the Batman walking up a wall. He was flying in these scenes. Like he was flying. It was so believable for them days
it was believable. That was the beauty of it. Because Raiders of the Lost Ark, brilliant movie, and I watched that as well.
Yeah, again, watch it now. Still watching.
Superman 2 for me was just mind blowing. I came out that cinema just, oh my god, overwhelmed, man. It was just such a beautiful, such a good movie.
Beautiful movie, bravo!
You bring you to tears. You bring you to tears when you cry.
I swear, it brought me to tears.
There ain't no kid who come out of that movie and didn't want to rip open his shirt, like as if he was Superman, man. And you just felt like that. It made you feel as good as Superman.
Saying, man.
It was written by Mario Puzo, the guy who done Godfather. So he wrote both Supermen based on the film. I think when we spoke to Non, didn't he say that these both got shot at the sort of same time, didn't they?
Yeah, they
did. Yeah,
and then there was a problem
and then they had to stop because
they had to stop. Yeah, they dropped the director and got another one, and he reshot some scenes.
We're filming 2 movies, and we need to release the first one. Let's release the first one. So if listeners, if you didn't listen, if you don't remember, if you go back to, I don't know what episode it was, but we speak with what's the actor's name?
Jack O'Halloran.
Jack O'Halloran, who plays Non in Superman 2, one of the 3 villains.
Brilliant episode.
Really good interview, man. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a brilliant episode, listeners. If you haven't heard it, this was before my arrival, and I thoroughly enjoyed the show.
That's a good one.
He revealed a lot. I thought, wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
not just a mute.
No, definitely not.
So Stack, I see you rubbing your chin because you're moving to the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. But then I remember my Superman bed cover.
Yeah, everything.
So
Superman
I must have had it must have had an effect because that bed cover was just like that was my favorite thing. It's like you don't mind going to bed because the Superman.
But as you were saying, you were 4 then. By the time you must have seen Superman 2,
exactly,
might have been on TV. It
might have been on.
It was on TV. Yeah,
so it might have been Superman 3 that you liked.
No, hell no! Oh my god! Oh
I think that's the one Stacks really likes.
I don't know.
He doesn't want to say
it can't be Stacks. Oscar.
I don't know. What happened to Superman 3 again?
Richard
You
Pryor.
don't want to know.
Richard
Oh no!
Okay.
When he's flicking the peanuts,
Definitely,
he gets drunk.
Definitely not the Richard Pryor one. That one is rubbish.
Was there there's a 4 as well, isn't there, with Nuclear Man or something?
Oh my god!
And
Superman
it can't be the one with Pat Sharp.
Quest for Peace.
That one.
Yeah, you got to forget.
Oh
that
my
totally.
God.
Definitely not those ones. Definitely
After
not
1
those.
and 2, you got to sort of forget them a
The
little.
one with the silver
Superman
nails.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've got to. You can't watch the Pat Sharp.
Pat Sharp one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one's not
Fun
good.
house.
So Stacks, are you saying?
Um,
Are you saying? Don't guess. Oh, well, I had bed covers, so it must be Superman 2.
No, I'm not going to
Look
say
at
that.
the
I'm not
film.
gonna say
Close
that.
your
I'm not
look
gonna
at
say
the
that. I'm not
film,
gonna say that.
man.
I'm looking at the
I had a whip, so maybe Indiana Jones. Come on, I want to think of the film.
I had bed covers, so it must be
No, I
Superman.
wasn't going to say that. What I was going to say was I enjoy both films.
I'll do too.
So,
yeah.
As
I was
we
actually
did,
gonna-
as we all did.
These are
So
hard.
I was
hard
actually
to
going to
split.
tie the both of them together.
I've tied.
No,
the
we
two as
cannot.
well, I
We
think.
we don't sit on fences in this game.
Yeah.
Don't sit on fences. Not in this game.
No splinters in buttocks.
No
Oh,
splinters up buttocks. There.
I was
No,
going to go.
no,
I was going to go 5-5 for both of them.
I was going to go
You
4-4.
can't hide in the trash can either.
I was going to
Yeah.
go 4. Yeah, innit? Just pull the lid down. I was going to go 4-4 on it because they're both good movies.
Okay, they're both good, but which one's better? Okay, mark it like that.
It's
But
just which one's better?
though?
For me, Indiana Jones, because I can watch
Yeah.
Indiana Jones again. Superman,
Okay.
I watch a bit of it and I'm like, I can't watch this anymore.
Okay.
I'm a little bit the same. I've got to rate Superman, like you said, one of the best sequels going. I want to rate
Yeah.
them both 5-5, but watching them now, I'll probably easier watch
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. And what
Yeah,
I did
you could watch
Superman.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
81, Superman was
Because-
amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
was.
amazing.
Yeah.
And because Indiana Jones was set in a time
Mm.
where, do you know what I mean?
I thought that was real history in the making when I first saw that. I thought that was like someone was showing me a documentary. You know, that was it was good.
Yeah.
I liked Indiana
It's good.
Jones, man.
Brilliant film.
It's a
a
wicked
good
film. Story,
Listen.
everything. And that got put on hold because of Star
Yeah.
Wars. He had that ready in the making. He held it
Yeah.
back to concentrate on Star Wars and then came back in the early 80s back to Raiders, The Lost Ark. And then Spielberg came on
Talking
board
about
as
George
well.
Lucas, yeah.
Yeah, George
What are you
Lucas,
talking
yeah.
about?
And then Spielberg got involved
Brilliant,
as well.
though.
Yeah, amazing film.
Brilliant.
man.
Brilliant.
They are
film, man.
both good films. Both classic
Both-
movies.
both classic. I can't
1981.
split them. They're hard.
Can't split
I'm
them.
sorry,
So
man.
What are we all giving them 5?
Well, I was going to go 4-4, but if you need to split them, then I'm going to go 4-3 in favor
We've
of
got,
Raiders.
we've got to have a better film than one. 4-3. 4-3
Right.
from Stacks.
4-3
4-3.
in favor of Raiders.
Okay. Chris?
Okay, I'm going to go 5 Raiders, 4 Superman then.
Okay.
I'm going 5 Superman and 3 Raiders.
Wow.
Daz,
Yeah, I'll go 5 Superman, 4 Raiders.
5-4.
That was my film. I'm sorry. And there's another film.
It's all
film
good.
that rivals it.
Yeah, but this is 1981, okay? So there's no. We ain't
No, I
talking
think it
about
came
no
out the
films
same
that
year.
rival it.
This film.
We don't
This
think.
film.
Press some buttons quickly and let us know. We
Can
live in a technology land,
I
bro.
mention Perseus?
Nah, you can't. All right, so let's move on now. So we've had movies, 1981, popcorn, revels, no Slurpees yet, just Coke or Tango.
Lemonade,
but now-
man, 81.
Lemonade,
White.
yeah. But
Oh,
now it's
White.
music. We're gonna get, and as we know, the 80s had so much pop. Like it was pop. You had
It was
Under
popping.
Pressure with Queen and David Bowie. You had Human League with Don't You Want Me Baby. This is all 1981. Making Your Mind Up, Bucks Fizz, all 1981. And you know, and that's all we had. Remember, hip hop in the UK ain't a thing yet to us. You know.
Yeah,
a
it
couple of
hasn't
bits here
really
and
hit
there.
our shores, does it?
If you
There's-
listen to
yeah.
pirate radio, but it's not a thing. So pop is still our go-to fix of music, you know, radio, telly, whatever. And there's 2 particular artists who were just like, in 1981, they were just bringing out hits. You know, like if you had like more than 2 tracks in a year, you're doing big things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
you are.
artists just had 1 track
Yeah,
for the
one a
whole
year.
decade. Like, what's the matter, you? Hey, shit like that. That's just a
shut
decade.
up
You
your
can't
face.
move on. And that was number 1 for ages in that year, 1981. But these 2 massive artists, massive pop artists, you know, back in the day. You may be embarrassed to say you like them. I don't know. Leroy probably. But so
listen, I'm not embarrassed to say I like.
We all listen to one of these, if not both.
We got two juggernauts in the pop game. These two guys were in every smash hits, Looking, Going Live, Tiz Was, Swap Shop. They were there.
Leo Sayer,
the Nas of pop,
coming in at number 1. Not coming in. No, come in, not up, mate. No,
got to be Nas.
Our first artist we're gonna mention is he went behind the green door. He was the Welsh Shaking Steve, the Welsh Elvis Presley. Sorry, he was the Welsh Elvis Presley. We'll edit that.
You can say Shaking Stevens.
He
was the Welsh Shaking Stevens.
Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Shaking Stevens.
This whole house.
Shaking Stevens.
Michael Barrett.
That was his real name, right?
Michael Barrett.
Everyone.
The up against Shaking Stevens. Remember, the reason why I mentioned him is he had more than 2 hits this year. Yeah. But up against him was another guy who had more than 2 hits this year.
Gotta be.
First, he had his band, and then he just went solo. But then he kind of went, no, okay, we'll kind of split the name, but I'm in the front. It's Adam and the Ants. Adam Ant.
Come on. We knew it was the Nas of pop.
Shaking Stevens versus the Nas of pop. But he was on the A-Team. He was massive.
Equalizer, yes, Sledgehammer. He was in a few.
America embraced the Ant.
House from the Crypt.
He was massive. So the 3 big tracks from these guys this year. So Shaking Stevens had This Old House, Green Door, just to name 2. And Adam and the Ants had Stand and Deliver and Prince
Money
Charming.
of Your Life.
So, mate.
Yeah, that's quite an easy one for me.
That's
unanimous decision.
Who is it?
Yeah, it's Adam Ant, man.
You know.
Come on, Stand and Deliver.
Your money or your life. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was like.
Don't you ever. Come on.
I know.
Tune.
Even his videos.
Yeah.
Were bad boy. They were gangster.
They were.
No,
his whole outfit. I'm the dandy highwayman. Slap your thigh, mate.
He was rapping those days.
He was rapping.
But if he's gonna do panto or rob you, like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was a bad man. He was a bad.
Shaking Stephen had no ladies in his videos.
Didn't he?
Yeah. I don't even remember Shaking Stevens' video. I wasn't.
I didn't remember the Green Door one.
No, I wasn't a fan at all.
I think I liked This Old House when that come out. I'm sure I remember being a bit of a fan of that.
It was the kind of song, Chris. We went school disco, and when that come on, we went to get some orange squash.
Thank you.
Come on. We weren't going to twist our ankles to that one.
Not feeling that at all,
mate.
That's what I'm saying.
We done the Adamant move.
Yeah.
Don't you ever.
The dance.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the Adamant was the one for me as well, man. I'm gonna give Shaking Stevens a little bit because he's still about today. His music still gets played.
We don't talk about 1981. I don't care what he's doing now. He could be prime minister now.
He's still got the Christmas tune that comes around every Christmas.
I don't care.
So I was going to give him a 3 just because of that, but I'm going 5 for Adamant. Style, the music. He's Ant, man.
He's not rapping. He's like, I don't care what he's done.
Yeah. He's
not having it.
He just wasn't. Like, is someone impersonating? Imagine that. Imagine that now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Shaking Stevens hit nothing for me.
Yeah, but he was popular. He was, for our US listeners, you don't know him, but you know Adamant, so that says it all.
They may do because he had.
No, they don't. They had they were still listening to Elvis tracks. Like
it's true. Why listen to
Tom Jones?
Yeah, exactly. Tom Jones. Come on.
If you're gonna have someone from Wales, you can listen to Tom Jones, not Shaking Stevens.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Like Shaking Stevens.
So,
but he was big in the UK.
He was big, yeah. That's why I gave him 3 because he's had top hits, 2 or 3 number ones, and you still hear that "Merry Christmas, Everyone" every year.
Yeah.
So
he was big. If you're from the UK, you know the dude, but only if you're from the UK.
Well, let's see if there's any US listeners that have heard of Shaking Stevens. Let us know, innit?
They must do.
It must be. It must be.
He last charted in 2005 doing a cover of a Pink tune.
Of a what tune?
One of Pink's tunes, Trouble. He covered that in 2005 and got into
Shakin'
the top
Stevens
40.
is known, man. He's a global name.
He's a global name.
He's got
Are
to be.
you?
It's sell out Scumthorpe Pier now, man. That's what.
Yeah, exactly.
No. He's more famous than the Chuckle Brothers. Yeah, no. Shakin' Stevens, man. Them days, he was a global.
No,
They of course they knew him.
No.
Of course they knew him.
I'm sure we'll find out. Some viewers have got to let us know.
Not that I'm defending him. I am not defending Shakin' Stevens because Adam Ant's my guy.
Let me make that clear.
Let me just make that clear.
When you had so many greats.
No, but I'm pretty sure, man, the music was cheesy enough to.
So what are you saying? So is it Adam Ant all the way around?
Yeah.
Of course. Come on.
Yeah.
What's the scores then, man? It stacks on Shakin' Stevens. What you saying?
I'll give him a 2 for this whole house.
Adam Ant.
4 or 5. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else is coming up, so I don't want to give him a 5. Like it was the best thing in '81.
This is the only music act we're talking about from '81.
Let him have a 5 then.
5. Leroy, what are you saying score wise?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna play tonight, Matthew. I'm playing the part of Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. When it comes to Shakin' Stevens, he's getting no points.
I was just being generous, man.
Wow.
Listen, and I'll get you Gadget as well. On top of that, so goodbye. And for my boy, the Nas of pop, I'm giving Prince Adam. I'm giving him 5.
5 for Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
Yeah, man. Adam's my boy.
Yes.
He was gangster. He was road.
Yeah.
I'm saying the same thing, man. I'm giving Shakin' Stevens. I've got to give a point, so it's a 1.
Chris got a low score. I was well generous with my 3.
And Adam Ant's a 5. It's just
5,
he's just consistent.
He's top points so far.
He's consistent. Adam Ant is part of my 80s.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say,
Definitely.
Standard deliver your money or your life.
So that's a clear 81 winner there for music. That's
What a line.
Yeah, exactly. Your money or your life. Didn't waste no time. Didn't waste any time at all. All right, so let's move on. So we're going to move on to some TV shows. As we said, this is the decade. This is why we love doing this podcast, because you look at movies, you look at music, and now we're going to look at TV, and these things were out. This year was the debut of Dynasty.
Wow.
To rival Dallas.
For your parents to watch.
Yeah.
And we had Cagney and Lacey also debuted this year.
Oh, Thursdays, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It seemed like it's been out longer than that.
Things were happening. And also, Channel 4 was launched this year, so more telly was coming.
Whole extra channel to choose from.
Whole extra channel to choose from. But the 2 programs that we've chosen for 1981, they're favorites. They're fan favorites. They're part of all of our 80s. Yes, you listening, it's part of your 80s as well. And these were religiously watched by everyone.
These are both by Glenn A. Larson as well. Both of these
Glenn
productions.
A. Larson, guys. Do you remember that? Right. He ran every action, everything.
Knight Rider, Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers.
Guy.
Everything.
This is when I found my nerd, and I used to look at credits at the end and say, "Oh, it's that guy again."
You'll see his name.
Glenn A. Larson. His name was written in different fonts to the program.
Yeah.
His name was written and everything. Anyway,
his own jingle. If you're gonna have 2 action shows, they're both gonna be 2 of his, aren't they?
So yeah, it's got to be. He dominated the 1980s, and 1981 were 2 classics. We already saw the first guy from being the Bionic Man. And we didn't expect this.
No, it was a strange one, but it worked.
Strange one, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
And this was the decade. This was the year of not police, but detectives, but private eyes, but side jobs. Yeah. And apart from being a stuntman, this guy was a detective. He had a side job. He was a bounty hunter. Yeah. He was the Fall Guy.
My God.
Lee Majors.
Oh my days.
Colt
Seavers. The Fall Guy.
Kid and
Jodie.
Jodie.
Weren't the one to kiss and tell.
Jodie, yeah. And Howie.
Come on.
Wow, and that iconic truck.
Yeah, the truck.
Up against the Fall Guy.
It better be
another
good.
big detective.
Another man and machine.
This guy was supposed to be Indiana Jones. He was supposed to do Raiders of the Lost Ark.
He got the role.
Yeah, he got it. It was ready for him, but he says, you know what? I want to do a TV
I'm committed
series.
to this.
Yeah, I'm committed. And it's more secure. It runs for a while. You know what I mean? I'll take this one.
The ironic thing is they had a writer's strike at the same year. So as he was meant to start filming this TV show, they had to replace him with Harrison Ford. But then there was a writer's strike. So this show got cancelled. So he could have done it and he still would have had time to record this as well. So it really sort of fell through for him.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine this guy being indie. I'm kind of glad it sort of fell through.
I can, but let's get to it. So the guy that we're going to mention, well, the program we're going to mention, he lived in Hawaii. He had a red Ferrari, he wore tight shorts, and Hawaiian shorts. He had a crew of friends in helicopters and 2 Dobermans. It is Magnum P.I. So it is the Fall Guy versus Magnum P.I. They're not policemen. They're investigators. They find out what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? They find out what's going on. Whose car was better? Whose theme music was better? Who had the best buddy?
It's Larson again. Larson does them wicked locations it's set on. He has the wicked opening title scenes. He has the soundtrack.
The right crew, the right soundtrack, the right destinations, the right locations, the wrong size shorts.
Yeah.
Everything else.
The budgie smugglers. I think I would possibly push going just on theme tunes, Fall Guy, because he sung it himself. That was sung by Lee Majors.
It was a bad boy.
It set the feel. It set the feel of the character in what you were going to see.
It's true. You could sing along. You could.
Magnum theme tune is hard,
but Magnum's one was high energy, man.
It was.
Without no lyrics.
Hard, you know.
But it was just this. When it took off.
Early Miami Vice sort of.
Yeah.
To see where that sort of comes from.
Okay. Stop. We've got to break this down because there's so much with these two guys. So we're going to vote them on 3 things, and we're going to start with their cars.
Ooh, I ain't ready for this.
The cars.
Yeah, let's face off versus some of the things.
Let's face off their cars, man.
Magnum.
Gotta go Magnum.
No question.
I love that Jeep thing, but Magnum.
Yeah.
It's a Ferrari.
For me, it's a Ferrari. But for me, the 80s, you remember when big trucks come in?
Yeah.
Monster trucks.
Yeah, I remember.
Monster trucks.
Don't get me wrong.
That whole
4x4s.
Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
It was...
Cannonball Run had Ferraris on it and Lamborghinis.
That's what I was going to say.
And Corvettes.
I'd seen Ferraris. I'd seen red. Don't get me wrong, but there was something about that truck, and you could pick up chicks in it.
It felt indestructible.
And I remember Rough Riders. Remember little trucks?
Yeah,
you could try to stop them.
4x4.
Yeah, it was like those. It was like that. It was like a bigger size that. Like, so I'm going for the Fall Guy truck. It had an eagle on the front. Like,
it was cool, man.
GMC pickup.
Cool, but it weren't no Ferrari.
But a lot of people drove that Ferrari in films. You've seen more people than Magnum drive that car in the 80s.
Yeah.
But to see
It's a
that
big car, that's why. It was a big car.
But to see that Fall Guy truck, that is just for me. It's just for me.
No, I can see the Fall Guy probably done more for GMC than what Magnum done Ferrari, if you know what I mean. More people probably in America went out and bought them pickups. I don't know,
you know.
Because them pickups are a bit more affordable than a Ferrari.
Yeah, that's true.
I can imagine pickup sales going up after 1981 and people seeing Colt Seavers jumping over rivers and stuff and collapsed bridges.
I'm thinking, yeah, I could do that. I used to love that part.
They totaled so many Jeeps and stuff making that, man. They had to make one specially to take some of these jumps because they were just getting through so many of them.
So okay, look. So
that's the one thing I liked about.
That's what you're saying. You're choosing a Ferrari.
Ferrari,
man.
It's got
Everyone's on a Ferrari, Leroy.
No, I'm on the Colt Seasons Jeep.
2 Jeeps, 2
I'm on the Jeeps. It was iconic, man. Like Darren said, brown Jeep. That for me, in the 80s, it was all about, what car you had or what vehicle you had. And I loved that truck and I loved the 18 van.
Yeah.
So
both GMC, man, they were doing it.
Yeah,
but let's go music wise then.
Okay, yeah, let's go theme tune, guys.
Theme tune.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, but Magnum theme tune is too hard. I just can't.
It just goes. It goes.
It goes so well with the what
Magnum,
you're watching.
or it's Magnum for me, mate.
You couldn't help sing along to the Fall Guy though. Every time that come on,
That's the thing, though.
It was amazing.
I think we used to sing it in the playground and stuff. I can remember.
We did.
It was wicked. Yeah, that's a hard one, man.
Sing it again. How does it go?
On the unknown stump.
I can't even remember how it starts. Yeah. How does it start?
I'm not the one to kiss and tell, but I'll sing down with flowers.
That's it.
Hey.
Yeah. I could drop an open drawbridge or toss it from a vine, cause I'm the unknown stump man. Makes people look so fine.
Yes. It was good.
Nah, Magnum, mate.
Magnum.
Mate, they were both good. But the thing is, the thing with the 80s, like I was chatting with someone the other day and was talking about like now programs like, you know, soaps and series, they don't have a long theme song or a long theme tune. And because people just sometimes now you've got the option to skip the intro now.
Imagine
I do that
being
often.
in the 80s going, shall I skip the 80s?
You're missing some of the
You
best
couldn't.
bits.
You wouldn't do that in the 80s, would you?
No.
You wouldn't skip the Thundercat theme tune. You wouldn't skip
any Dennis Waterman program.
No, you wouldn't skip. Yeah, you wouldn't skip.
No, but it's true though.
You wouldn't skip it.
It's true. It's true.
You know, the intros are the same, but you got to.
You've got to be part of
it. It
You've
makes
got to listen to the intro.
You couldn't skip Only Fools and Horses. You have to listen to that.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, I think it was like a call to you to say the show's on.
Yeah.
It was like an alarm.
It was.
Yeah. Call you and go,
get the
I can
tea
hear the
ready
theme
or
song.
whatever. Yeah. Get ready.
But now you just press skip intro and get straight into the program.
I'll do that a lot.
You're right, Darren. You're right,
It's a crazy
Leo.
thing.
It's
How
crazy.
we've been programmed now is a crazy thing because we didn't miss. We would run from anywhere we were in the house, brushing
It's
our
true.
teeth, on the toilet, cooking dinner, run to hear that theme tune and get straight into the show. It's
True.
crazy.
Because the only show now that I don't skip it is Game of Thrones.
Right.
I'd skip
Nowadays. That's the only theme tune.
you
That's the
don't
only
skip.
show where I don't skip.
No, that's long, man. I skipped that.
Nah, man. No, man. I
That's
can't.
getting skipped. There's programs I've never seen the intros for. Definitely haven't even seen intros for some programs. They automatically get skipped now.
So what did we choose? What did we choose? Theme tune.
Theme tunes. I went Magnum.
Yeah.
I'm going Magnum.
3.
Oh, through gritted teeth.
Just because it just went
Magnum.
hard. It went hard.
Yeah.
You don't have to get your teeth.
So now the actual program.
For me, it's Fall Guy.
Done the car, we've done the theme tune. Now the actual show. Now the actual half hour with adverts, 20 minutes. Which show
I'm
is
going
it?
Magnum.
I'm going Fall Guy. Hands down.
They're both on right now. What are you watching?
Oh, that's hard.
That is hard.
Because, Magnum was what 10:40 Mondays,
Yeah, it was a late one.
and then Fall Guy was sporadic. It would be on a Friday, then it would be on a Saturday lunchtime,
Yeah.
1:15.
Yeah.
So
See, I saw more of Fall Guy than I did of Magnum because I had to go to bed after the credits had done. So after I got to see the car and the credits had done, I had to go to bed.
After he raised his eyebrows twice when he turned around.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm
It's
going
like-
Magnum. Yeah. Turns around, raised eyebrows, time to go to bed.
I saw both of them a lot, but I'm going Fall Guy. There was more happening for me.
I'm gonna go
All
Fall
right.
Guy as well. Believe it or not,
More interesting characters for me in Fall Guy.
I saw more of it and I enjoyed like the Jeep jumping and all that. I loved all that.
Yeah,
All right. Chris?
more action.
Just because I saw more of them, probably Magnum. I was up later. They just seemed to be on late.
Yeah, I'm going Magnum. And Magnum had narration.
Yeah.
And it was just it was quirky. You know, he wasn't even like a tough guy. He was polite. He would say, "Excuse me." When he's questioning a villain, he's saying, "Excuse me," before he's talking to them. He was very
They're
polite.
too
guy.
busy looking at his shorts, man. That's what they get looking at.
Now that mustache.
You might
You know,
get
he would-
little honey bunnies in bikinis in the background and stuff. Whereas,
Yeah. He was a polite. He would even lend people the Ferrari, and it wasn't even his.
Yeah.
He had extra niceness to niceness.
did you ever see the bloke who used to own the house and work, like who he worked for? Because they they had Higgins was like the groundsman or something, wasn't he, and looked after the dogs. But you never saw whose house that was. They were just there all the time. I don't know whose house that was, man.
Ron's house.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Whose house?
Ron's house. Yeah, for me, Fall Guy, all day long.
All right.
That's a draw, that one then, probably.
Yeah.
If we're going 2-2.
It's just tough. Hard to call them apart.
Tough. 81 was a good year of entertainment. So we've had our movies, we've had our only 2 options of popcorn. We've salt or
sweet,
isn't it?
That's what
That's
it
it.
No, there wasn't no butter.
No, not in the UK.
You get a bag of the toffee one.
Butter
kissed. But you didn't even ask for a mix in them days. No one wanted salt and sweet. You had salt or you had sweet.
No, because you wouldn't
get a mix.
You wouldn't think of it.
Nah, you wouldn't think of it. It's one or the other.
You wouldn't think of it. Yeah. Chris would.
Simple time. No, not until more recently. I don't do that.
Chris would have dunked it in his bloody strawberry milkshake.
Yeah, Chris would have put syrup or something.
Oh, that sounds too bad, actually. Strawberry milkshake and popcorn could work.
I know what you're doing next time you go to cinema then.
Go McD's on the way.
Yeah.
Pick up a big shake.
So, Adam and his answers beaten Shakin' Stevens.
Hands down.
Welsh Elvis. But he's global, according to Leroy.
He's global, man.
Global.
He's global.
And the Fall Guy and Magnum were a close tie. But, they were split because of their cars and their theme tunes. But so now we're going to move on to our cartoons. And we love the cartoons. We were kids in the 80s. And that was time.
What a decade.
That was
our time.
Started from 7:30 until 11:30. And that was time to just get down and just watch cartoons
and eat cereal.
Motherfucking day. And choose your cereal. But these 2 cartoons came out in 1981 in different regions of the world. Somewhere it was, and that's what cartoons did. Like Battle of the Planets was out in Japan like years before. Like, same with Transformers and different names, but it changed them anyway. So, but these 2 cartoons came out. One did come out in 1981 in the UK, but the other came out later. But came out 1981 in another country. We'll get to that in a minute. So the first one is, and they both had good theme tunes, and we'll probably challenge their theme tunes as well. They were both animals, because animals were big. Talking animals are the biggest thing in cartoon world. Who thought about that? Talking animals are the biggest.
It's true.
Commodity in cartoons.
All the humans all love them. Well, they're all the ones that are
and it's always and it's always the same type of dog. That is the most lovable dog to put into a cartoon form, and this one smashed it again. So we have Dog Tanyan and the Three Muskehounds versus the James Bond of the rodent world himself, polar neck wearing, eye patch, slick Rick looking Danger Mouse.
Slick Rick looking.
It's true, he doesn't look like Slick Rick, you know.
It is Dog Tanyan and the Three Muskehounds versus Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse.
This is very, very tough.
Yeah, this is a toughish one.
This is tough, man.
This is tough because I said they're both lovable characters and they were constant. These 2 had long running. Chris, are there any facts there you've got on how long these 2 cartoons run? Because these are marathon cartoons.
They felt like they went on for ages.
They were 4 or 5 years they run for. Danger Mouse a lot longer. That run for 9 years, nearly 10 years. But like you say earlier, Dog Tanyan was made by a Spanish company, but drawn by Japanese artists. So it got released in Japan in 81. Spain got it a year later. Then we didn't get it for about another four years after that is when they done the translation.
Thank you. Because I can remember.
It was about 85 we got it. But officially it launched in Japan in 81.
Yeah.
I liked it. I did like it. And the theme tune was good. But I'm feeling Danger Mouse a bit more. I can remember more of Danger. I was more into the stories of Danger Mouse, whereas Dog Tanyan, I don't know what he got up to in most of his cartoons. It was
okay.
Following the Three Musketeers story loosely, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, as you're saying at the top of this, who had the better theme tune? Was it One for One and All for One? Or was it He's the Greatest? He's fantastic. Wherever there is danger, he'll be there.
Danger Mouse.
Canyon. It was nice and short. It got to the point.
I think it's got to be Danger Mouse.
I think it might be Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
Dog Tanyon's
Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse is like Meth and Red's The What? It just killed it and just stopped. And you wanted more, but it just went no.
Yeah.
Done. You know, but Dog Tanyan, he went in. He went another melody like
Never
some Nintendo game.
He had
away.
verses and choruses and shit.
It went.
I forgot about that bit, you know.
Yeah.
I forgot about that
He had a
bit.
proper
Yeah.
breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah, he went down a bridge and come
Dog
back.
Tanyan.
Come back again.
Hands down.
Like Cardinal
It just-
Richelieu himself.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm saying Danger Mouse for theme tune.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Danger
but
Mouse.
Muscle Hounds is a big theme.
It's
tune
a
as well,
big
though.
tune.
It needs. To
I'm
be-
going Dog Tanyan. Because it
It's
was
a
Dog
big
Tanyan Mania in my primary school. It
Mate,
was Dog Tanyan
yeah.
Mania.
It was Dog Tanyan,
Mate, I
yeah.
get
And
it.
we
I
could
get it.
sing it word for word, line
Yeah.
for line.
What's
We
the
even
hell?
had bamboo sticks and we were pretending
Yeah,
to be
sword fighting. Yeah,
Cardinal
I
Richelieu,
get it.
Athos
versus
and Aramis. or whatever.
Porthos.
Yeah, that was it.
Athos and
But
Aramis.
But listen to the song again, and it could sound almost horror movie like. Those voices sound like creepy little robots singing it. Listen to it. One for one.
No.
It's a strange vocal compared to that like sexy Danger Mouse voice. It's not competing.
In primary school,
You can
no.
imagine like little people with knives running towards you.
Little Chucky fuckers running
Hey.
after
Innit?
him.
Listen to that song at midnight.
That's gonna freak me out now listening to that shit.
I'm telling you, bro. Compared to Danger Mouse, nah.
Danger Mouse was cool because the intro. Yeah, I get it.
man.
But I'm sorry.
No, I
One
get
for
Dog.
all
I
and
get
all
Dog
for
Tanyan.
one. Even the bridge, and like you said, it comes back in. They're never far away. Oh, come on.
I get it. I get it.
It
I
wasn't
get it,
Danger
I
Mouse
get it.
levels though.
Oh,
get it.
faithful
Alright,
to their
alright.
king. Come on.
So you're saying Dog Tanyan, and what are you guys saying? Leroy's saying Dog Tanyan. I'm saying Danger Mouse.
I'm saying Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse as well. Free for
Yeah.
Danger Mouse
Okay.
on theme tune.
All right. So the actual cartoon now.
Ooh. I'm going Danger Mouse.
I'm going Danger Mouse as well.
Terry Scott as Penfold, man, and David Jason as the voices alone, like, and just it being like a mouse Bond. That was wicked. And living in a curbstone underneath a
Baker Street,
telephone,
it
not
worked.
telephone, a post
It
box, wasn't it? It was just wicked.
London.
Yeah,
Every episode started like that, didn't it?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So, Danger Mouse versus Dog Tanyan. It's just like Danger Mouse came up on top then.
I think he did.
Overall.
Coming on to 1981. I mean, we're still in 1981. Like I'm traveling. Like I'm on but tickets, please. Coming on to 1981. Is it your stop, sir? Remember that the bus conductor
Yeah,
would come
bus
up to you. Is
conductor,
it your
yeah.
stop?
Cord for it used to be a cord, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It?
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bell would ring to tell the driver
I
to
forgot
stop.
about that.
Yeah.
10 pence a journey.
There you go. So for our final of 1981, we're going to go to game shows.
Game
Now,
shows.
one game show.
You could get your bus fare home in one of these games.
Exactly. One game show did come out in 1981, but it was because the 1980s was a time of new brands making new game shows. But the 70s had Generation Game and stuff. So they wanted new ideas, new things coming out and stuff. So, you know, you had Family Fortunes that came out in 1980. In the US, it's Family Feud. But, you know, ITV or Granada, whoever, Central TV, this program, they decided to have, you know, darts is a big UK thing. So why not make it into a game show and get one person to throw darts and one person to answer the questions, you know? And that is Jim Bowen's Bullseye.
A bit of bully.
And that is up against ITV's Family Fortunes. So it is Bullseye versus Family Fortunes.
Smashing Great Super.
Leroy, yeah, as you just said, Smashing Great Super there. Because this show was Smashing Great Super. Because you could win a speedboat, yeah?
Ooh.
Or you could win a speed bike.
Yeah, the prizes were
or you could
amazing.
win a boat. You see what I'm getting to here? No one lived by the sea.
No one lived by the sea.
You've got sea transport.
John, who lives on the 38th floor of a flats in Huddersfield, wins a speedboat.
Yeah, exactly.
Great for growing his plants in, but not great for doing much else in.
Yeah.
and
it's even like when production heard that, they go, okay, let's get something a bit more realistic. A caravan.
A caravan. He's ain't got a car, but he got a caravan.
And now he's got to leave it outside his house as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember? In one. You can get this nice espresso coffee maker. A bullet special prize.
Bullseye was a great program. It was
a brilliant program, man.
You know, as long as you can throw darts, go on the show. Do you know what I mean?
You needed someone who couldn't know. That was the kind of, not the good thing, but you needed that person, the non-dart player, to make it a bit more fun. If you know what I mean. The ones who wouldn't hit, or they'd hit the lights around the board or something.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, anybody could go on this show, because it's just all about having fun, you know. They wanted that balance, innit? A really good darts player and someone who's good.
Chuck a bit of general knowledge.
But where he comes in, or she comes in, is answering general knowledge questions. So it kind of worked for both.
It worked all right,
yeah.
Chris, we need some nostalgic Bullseye music.
But
I do remember it,
without getting carried away with Bullseye too much. Family Fortunes.
Family Fortunes was big, you know.
You would say that to people if they got things wrong at school. And you go,
every opportunity at school. You didn't even say no anymore. It was that noise.
You would. So, again, that's a show. But what pees me off about that show is, even since when I was watching it as a kid, when they survey the general public, I don't know who the general public is, because things they put on the board.
There's some dumbass things.
I don't understand.
Some dumbass things they say.
That can't be the general public. That cannot be the general public.
What I heard ages ago is they used the audience from the episode before and the family, and they asked the family the questions for next week's show. So they use the 7 or 8 members in the family plus the audience makes up the 100. Is what I believe happens for next week's show. So while you're there watching the show, you're gonna get asked a question for the next recording for next week's show, sort of thing.
Interesting.
But the way they made it was like, they made it sound like
on the street.
Listen, we went up to people in Sheffield, and they said, you know,
they
that's
just
how
stop
they made
people
it
as they
sound.
come in the door and ask them a question.
And our survey
Definitely
says
doesn't happen because I worked on Family Fortunes for a couple of years. I've done about 4 years in Family Fortunes, on and off. And I know that doesn't happen in the studio. It might happen outside.
None of that. Oh, yeah, maybe.
But, yeah. But,
who was the presenter? Bob Monkhouse?
Bob Monkhouse.
Those days?
Yeah, back in the day.
He's done the first one, didn't it? It started with Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's the king, man. Bob's the king of the quiz show. He done that show good, man.
Yeah,
I like Bob.
Yeah, he was good. He was good, Bob Monkhouse.
Bob Monkhouse, eh?
So between those two,
he had a good tan.
Ooh.
It was very tough.
Did have a good time.
Yeah.
He was always in Barbados.
He was always in Barbados. He was always
in the 70s. He was in
having a
Barbados.
fish kick and Barbados, man. Always in Barbados.
Just got to go back to England, do some filming. Keep the magpie hot for me.
I must leave. Me love magpie on the flying fish hot. So, as you know, on this show, we love doing impressions and impersonations, but it's what I'm getting to, guys. But as you know, like, Scottish accent is always a hard one to do. Can you guys do a good Scottish accent?
I'm not going to attempt it.
Well, I can do
only sort of Ross Abbott. Yeah, Ross Abbott style, isn't it? Hey, you
Jimmy, right? But here's the magic, right? But as we said in past podcasts, because we grew up watching American cartoons, American films, and that, we kind of adapted some twangs of American, right? So when we played with toys, we always played in American accents, right?
It's
we
true,
did, right?
Yeah.
So guys,
guys,
I want you individually, right? Just remember the word I'm going to say to you now, right? Do this for me. Space ghettos, right? Right? And say that. Wait. But one at a time. I'm going to ask you first, Chris. Yeah. One at a time.
In a Scottish accent.
Right? Yeah. No. In your best American. Wait. But when I ask you to say in your best American accent, say Space Ghettos fast in your best American accent. And the question I'm going to ask you is, what's your favorite band? Say it.
Space Ghettos.
Leroy, what's your favorite band?
Space Ghettos.
What's your favorite band, Stacks?
Space Ghettos.
Spice
Okay,
Girls.
what does it sound like you say? Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I heard it when you two said it.
Spice Girls.
So, say
Spice
Space
Girls.
Ghettos in an American accent sounds like you're saying Spice Girls in Scottish. Say it again to yourself. Say Space Ghettos in your best American accent fast.
Space Ghettos.
Space Ghettos. Space Ghettos.
It does sound really good.
Space Ghettos.
Hey, you, Space Ghettos.
Chris,
That
what's your
sounds-
favorite pop
yeah.
band?
Space Ghettos. It's proper Glaswegian, isn't it? It's like a
It's-
Glaswegian
yeah.
way of saying
Yeah.
Spice Girls.
It's just crazy.
Is
Listeners, try it. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway.
Moving on.
Thanks, Theo.
Yeah.
That's like when you say beer can, it sounds like bacon in Jamaican.
Yeah. Say big, say
Beer can.
You sound like
Sounds like-
Sebastian the Crab from the
bacon in
Little
Jamaica.
Mermaid. Under the sea.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Sebastian.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
god.
Sebastian.
Oh, man. Them actors. What was it? Doug E. from Cool Runnings?
From Cool Runnings. Beer can.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Oh.
Anyway.
Did you realise it was Bob that wanted to change the name to make it Family Fortunes? Otherwise, it was going to be Family Feud here. But that sounds like you're going to have two punch up between.
Yeah,
it
it's a
does,
Family
yeah.
Feud.
You know, it kind of makes sense in the way of it's two families against each other, so they're feuding to get points.
Yeah.
You both want that holiday and the
Yeah,
amount
wherever.
of dollars. So you are kind of feuding to
Sort
win.
of. Yeah.
But
I don't know, it sounds too
but
aggressive.
They
It's
both
too aggressive for the English.
but Family Fortunes is more pillow.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah.
It's very English, isn't it?
Yeah.
course.
Because which family is
Isn't
going to
it
be
just?
fortunate? Yeah.
Yes.
You know, which family are going to retrieve such fortunes?
Yes, feuding. Feuding,
And
my
you're like,
dear.
"Whoa,
We
it's-
don't do that
whoa,
over here.
Whoa. You know when you hear, whoa, you know when you hear that, you got
Special
like a
prize
holiday,
ones.
you got a
Yeah.
weekend
Yes.
away,
Barbecue or something. Yeah.
you got a decanter set, you got
Yeah.
a foot spa. Come on.
They were some random prizes in that section.
Whoa.
Why don't you do it this way? Who had the better prizes? Which show had the better prizes?
Oh, come on. We've already said
Yeah.
that. Come on. We've
Yeah.
already dissed Bullseye's prizes, man. Speedboats
Yeah,
and
they're-
Yeah,
speedboats
but hold on.
versus
hold on.
holidays and
Metros.
foot spas.
If I win a yacht on Bullseye,
It's
You
not
don't win a
yacht.
yacht on
I'm happy.
Bullseye. You don't win a
You
yacht
win
on
a
Bullseye.
boat.
Nah, you get a set.
If you win a yacht on Bullseye, Shagan Stevens will be globally going around it singing for you.
Merry
I sort of
Christmas.
vaguely know someone who was on it as a contestant, and they won an Austin Metro,
Oh, what? Which show?
a beige colour,
Bullseye.
bullseye, yeah, beige
Bullseye.
colour Austin Metro.
With brown seats, no doubt.
It must
yeah,
have had
but
brown
Family
velour seats,
Fortunes,
man.
they
Cigarette
had some
holder.
kinda, they had whack presents as well, you know. The presents.
The
Gifts.
main prizes weren't too
Family
bad. Though.
Fortunes.
No, no, they didn't have what. Look, that whoa. That was fillers.
Stuff.
That was just here
Yeah,
you
but
go.
hold on.
Here's a
If
holiday.
you
No,
had
wait a minute. That's not
something-
even for like. That's just for pressing the button.
Yeah, you get
That was a cheeky one.
Yeah,
Before
but
the
if you
proper
won
one.
something, what did you win?
you
A
get a
toaster?
holiday.
You get
a
lots of
holiday
money
about
and
10
a
grand,
holiday.
innit?
Yeah, you get 10 grand and a holiday.
When this first come out,
Yeah,
it
but
was
hold
prime
on.
time.
If
It was prime
Bullseye,
time.
you won money as well.
What?
Hey,
£100?
You want
No.
150.
The man took the
And a
money out of his
speedboat.
wallet. What are you talking
You know
about?
what I mean?
He had a little wad, and if you
No.
didn't win, you got your bus fare.
Look,
Right?
if he got too much, he put it in a decanter.
Yeah,
He
it,
didn't have-
it
there was-
fitted in a mug.
Yeah, with your
did have
Bullseye
some.
darts and a
Mate.
few quid.
And it
But
all fitted
to
in
get
the
over.
mug.
Exactly, a few quid.
It was a drink, man. It was like, thanks for turning up.
Yeah, exactly. It was subliminal. He was mugging
Yeah.
you off. Here's
Yeah,
a
he was
mug
mugging you off.
with a couple of notes.
He was
and
pocketing the
some
majority
darts.
of that and giving you a little
He
bit of
fitted
it.
in darts and money.
And a bully thing. They all fitted in that mug, man.
Yeah. Okay, so what show is the better show? Bullseye or Family Fortunes? Family
It's a
Feud
tough
for
one.
US
They were
listeners.
both entertaining,
It's a
man.
tough
I'm
one.
saying Family Fortunes.
But then you know what? Like Bullseye got me into playing darts.
Yeah, you wanted to play darts after watching Big Break. You wanted to play.
You know what
snooker.
got me into darts? Got me into darts was just watching British soaps. That's what got me into darts. Just watching the background of Coronation Street or
someone playing darts.
Emmerdale.
Yeah.
And they're playing
that
darts.
put me off.
Yeah.
And I just said, I want to play that. Or American Wolf in London. That guy missed. I want to make sure I don't miss. I'll play darts all night in a Yorkshire moors.
Bullseye made me want to play darts.
I can fully say Bullseye made me want to play darts.
Yeah.
Both good shows.
Both good shows.
Both cracking shows, man. And it's like
Smashing Great Super.
There you go. All right. So what are we saying? Stacks. What are you saying, Stacks?
I don't know. It's hard, you know.
I like them both.
I like them both.
Family Fortunes just had more going
Family
on.
Fortunes is more entertaining. It did have more going on.
They both had adverts though, didn't they?
Yeah, both ITV, weren't they?
Yeah. But like you say, that Bully, the animation of Bully.
Animation.
You can't beat a bit of Bully, mate.
Can't be a bit of Bully.
Can I just give him the same amount of points? It's a tie.
Nah.
There we go. No splinters.
Family Fortunes has got it.
Family Fortunes. Leroy, what are you saying?
Family Fortunes.
Family Fortunes has got it.
I think I have to go Family Fortunes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was 1981. What we love about that year, 1981, man.
Nostalgic fun.
Yeah. Tell us what you love about 81.
Was it Superman 2? Was it Adamant, Magnum, Danger Mouse, or Family Fortunes? Because they were our top from them genres for 81.
Yep. There you go. Anyway, so I hope you liked the ride back to the 1980s, ladies and gentlemen. We're off now. Don't forget we have Patreon episodes for you to listen to with just podcasts that you haven't listened to before. Extra. We talk about so many crazy things in there, but that's why it's random conversation. But until then, we're back to see you guys soon. So bye.
Bye, folks. Bye.
Till the next time. Thanks.